Hey, what's up, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. Sorry I haven't been posting videos the last couple of weeks, just haven't felt very good. Also, I've been moving for like the 93rd thousandth time, so yeah, I might do a moving vlog when I get into my new place. But yeah, today's story time I think is a pretty crazy one, and it actually kind of ties into one I told recently, and I've been waiting to tell this story time. It's not in the same day, but it was literally just like a couple months later. So remember that story time I told you about that concert I went to, and there was those people in the tent that I met? And they tried to give me water with something in it. Yeah, that story. Well, if you haven't seen it, I'll leave it top link in the description. But this one kind of is like that, but just a couple months later. And this story time didn't go as smoothly as that one. So I hope you guys enjoy this story time. And let's just jump right into this, okay? So this story time takes place a couple of years ago, just a couple months after that story time I was talking about. And I was at my friend's house, and he was having kind of like a little party. I wouldn't really say it was a party. It was me, him, and then like 5 or 6 other people. So it was like a small party. And we were just hanging out in his basement listening to music. And then my friend decided that we should all go outside in the backyard and have a bonfire. So they all went outside and started to get that ready. I went upstairs to use the bathroom because I had to go to the bathroom. And after I went to the bathroom, I kind of looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, yeah, you don't look really good. And then I thought to myself, I haven't drank in water all day. Like, I was really thirsty. I didn't even realize it. So I walk out of my friend's bathroom and I think to myself, he keeps water in his room at all times. He'd always keep like a 24 case of water. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to run to his room real quick and grab one because I always would do that. We all would do that. Like, it was never a question thing. Like, we could just always do that. So I ran upstairs quick. I looked on his desk. He didn't really have, like, a huge case of water like he always did, but he had 3 Fiji bottles. And that immediately caught me off guard because I'm like, why the fuck is my friend buying Fiji? Is he really that bougie that he's buying Fiji water now? Because usually he had some, like, Poland Spring or, like, some store brand water. But my friend decided to flex, so he bought the Fiji. So I was like, okay, dope, whatever. So I grab one, I open it, I start drinking it, and I just kind of continue my day. I walk out to the backyard. My friends are all out there having a bonfire. And my friend looks at me, and immediately his face just, like, drops. He's like, where'd you get that? And he points at my water bottle. And I was like, I got it from your room where I always get water. And he's like, dude, put that down right now. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell is his issue? Like, what's wrong with this water? Because, like, I had gotten water from his room so many times, and there's never been an issue. But it didn't even cross my mind that, like, there could have been something in the water. Because, I don't know, when I grabbed the water, I didn't really check the cap. I didn't look at it, which was a stupid move. But, like, when I opened it, it was just screwed on so tight that it felt sealed to me. So I didn't really think anything of it. So anyway, I was like, what's the problem? And I set the water down, and he's like, there's Molly in it. And I was like, what? And, like, at that point, I was starting to kind of freak out because I already drank, like, a good amount of the water by the time I got outside and talked to him. And he's like, yeah, dude, like, I was saving those for later. And I was like, you could have warned us. We always go in your room and grab water. He's like, I didn't think you'd just fucking go in there. Like, I don't know. I thought I'd be around if you went in there. And I was like, well, fuck, I did. What do I do? He's like, shit, ride the wave. I was like, ride what fucking wave? He's like, the Molly one. And all my friends start laughing at me. And one of my friends is, like, super worried. And I was just like, all right, fuck, like, I'm just going to try and make the best of this because this is just a bad situation for me. So I sit down at the bonfire, and they're playing music, and I have no idea how long went by, probably a good 45 minutes to an hour. And at that point, I was really feeling just the effects of the Molly. And I thank my friends a lot in this situation because they were doing all they could to make the situation better for me because they knew I was kind of freaking out a little bit, especially at the beginning. So they were just doing all they could to, like, you know, keep me laughing and having a good time and stuff like that, which they did pretty well in. I'm not going to lie. That night was pretty fun. I was literally just fucking chilling with them. I started a really deep conversation about life with one of my friends, and it was 110% the Molly talking from my standpoint. And yeah, the whole rest of that night, we just kind of hung out. And my one friend kind of ended the night on a bad note. He drank a little bit too much this night. I remember I was just sitting there smiling, laughing, having a good time, listening to the music. And my friend told me this really funny story, and I was laughing my ass off at that. And then as I was laughing, I hear this noise, and I feel something hit my feet. So I immediately look down, and my friend is throwing up on the grass and on my shoes. And everyone starts to laugh their ass off at me. And I just look back up at all my friends, and I look down at my friend who's throwing up on me. And I was like, dude, there's a million fucking areas out here you could throw up. And you picked my feet and the grass. And I just burst out laughing. Honestly, I was probably taking it so well because, well, one, I drank that water. And two, because I was wearing a really, really shitty pair of shoes anyway. So I didn't really care that much. I thought it was funny. But, like, it was still pretty damn gross. I can't lie. Like, I still went inside immediately after and washed my fucking feet and my shoes. But still, like, no matter what happened that night, I would have found that funny because he was a good friend of mine and like it was obviously not intended. Well, I don't think it was intended at least. But yeah, just all in all, a pretty crazy fucking night. Pretty much the rest of that night, I just hung out with my friends and slowly came down, and everything ended up being okay. Now, there's a big moral to this story. Moral of the story is, don't steal water off your friends' desks without checking the fucking cap to make sure it's sealed. Yeah, always check the cap before you drink something to make sure the cap is sealed before you take that first sip. But yeah, that's pretty much into the story. Everything ended up being okay. My friend never went into his room to grab the other bottles with the Molly in them. So he told me he was saving those for later, but I don't think he ended up doing anything with them. I hope he moved them. I would hope he did. But yeah, that's pretty much into the story time. Don't be like my friend. Don't be like me. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy this story time. Leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later.